Oh yes, I'm like the angry Terminator.
Him with irony. I had a fucking massive voice crack trying to do that. Oh my.
Get down. Oh, I cannot be fucked. On the stream, can you do me a favour?
What's up, mate?
I want you to play a specific song.
What song would that be?
It's Astronaut in the Ocean by Our Last Night. It's the rock version.
What's it called? What's the remix called? Or the...
It's still Astronaut in an Ocean, but it's by Our Last Night. Our Last Night.
Our last night. Alright.
Not hour as in the time. Hour as
Yeah,
in
yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. It's fucking playing, cunt.
Alright. Fucking yell at me.
Oh, mate. Well, it seems to be the theme of tonight.
This is a million times better than the original.
Oh, I like the original, but I mean, I haven't listened to this one, so I wouldn't know. We're just getting all of these people back into the lobby and getting the grid set, ladies and gentlemen, but enjoy the tunes.
How many viewers have we even got?
53 right now.
Is that 83 or 33?
53. Neither of what you just said. What you said, just one of them.
Yeah.
What are we missing?
In the middle.
Fucking Red Bull are missing. Franks. I probably didn't send him an invite. No, I definitely did send him an invite.
Don't ready up.
Alright,
Don't ready up.
He's here. He's here. Let's do the grid. Let's do the
Why is this cunt readying up?
fucking. I'll type it. You fucking get the grid going. Alright.
Alright. Alright, give it to me.
So, P1, Dino.
Yep.
P2, Gurk.
Where is he? Yep.
P3, Fury.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
P4, Nuthammer.
The Hammer of Net. Yep.
P5, Scotty.
Does he know?
What?
You don't get the reference, do you?
No, I don't. Next is Prince.
Is Prince 6th or 7th?
He's after Scotty.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And then after Prince is Sando.
Yep. Hang on, did you already say Roscoe though?
No.
Oh,
He's
okay.
13.
Yeah, okay.
So after Sando is White Chalk.
White Cock, yep.
Then we have Tyler FF223 Gaming. Gay name.
Yep.
And M Stone, P10.
Yep.
And then it is Broken Reptile.
Yep.
25.
Yep.
Roscoe.
Yep.
Buster.
Yep.
Crazy Kiwi.
Yep.
Tent Sandals.
Yep.
Greedo.
Yep.
Apache.
Yep.
Maniac.
And Jacko.
And Jacko.
Alright. Confirm changes.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the grid is set. We are back. And it's almost time. The lads will be readying up very, very shortly. Just put that out to them. and we'll be underway, or we won't be underway, but we'll be into the lobby for the 18 laps of, well, we don't know what weather, Moose, here at Austria for the sprint race.
That's exactly right, mate. And I can actually hear you once again.
Oh, mate, isn't that just
very
beautiful?
Excited about that. Just making sure that weather is on approximate for our drivers. And it most certainly is. So we're just about ready to go here with 18 very, very rapid laps of Austria.
Mate, these laps, it's going to fly by this race.
It is. Absolutely it is.
Last night we had a one safety car in Tier 3 for the sprint race, and we only had a VSC in the full thing. So very, very clean it was last night, surprisingly. So hopefully we can keep that rolling, Moose, for the Tier 2 lads tonight. They were pretty good last week, the Tier 2 boys. They were the cleanest tier of the lot last week. So hopefully they can keep that string of things going and just provide some awesome, clean action for us to commentate to, mate.
That's exactly right. I actually can't recall a single safety car last week. I'm probably wrong, but...
Oh, I can't remember. I was engineering my team. My team
so
boys,
you could do that, but you couldn't help on comms.
Well, the thing was, I was supposed to be going out for dinner, and then Lil Sando just pulled the old, oh, I've got racing, I can't go out to dinner, and then so we didn't go out to dinner.
Whatever.
So we got takeaway. Well, we got Thai takeaway and had it before the race.
Thai takeaway. Well.
Thai takeaway, mate.
It's looking
good.
threatening.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Oh, it is dark. It is dark, mate.
It is. It's incredibly threatening. That is the way. I like it. Oh, mate, I've lost you again. I don't have you in my ear.
Oh, no, you're taking the piss.
I'm not taking the piss. I actually don't have you in my ear right now. I would need you through the stream. I can hear you with whatever you're clicking.
Can you hear me?
Yay, there we go. What'd you do then?
Did nothing. Oh, well, if it works, it works.
Wow. I dare say that you've got a wire a little bit loose there, fella.
Yeah, might just check all the things, mate. Alright, hopefully this is all sorted, mate. But, what lights out do you want to call? Do you want to call the sprint or the feature to start?
Whatever you don't want to do, I'll do.
You know, I did the feature last night, so I'll do the sprint tonight. So you can take us through the grid once we're rolling for this formation lap. I'll have the pleasures of this one, and well, you can obviously have the pleasure of the final dance for the week.
The final dance
for the night. The big dance of the evening.
Sounds bloody good, mate. Can't get a bloody camera angle on any of them. Alright, so for the sprint race here that we have, it is a reverse top 10 grid from what you saw in qualifying. So having said that, it is Dino 420 fam on pole position, and he'll have Gurkonimo alongside him in P2. P3 there for Mr. Fury Strat. P4 for Nathammer. Really good solid sprint qualifying here for Mercedes. Scotty in P5. Prince OK P6. Little Sando there in P7. White Chalk in P8. Need to be really careful with that name. Tyler Double F Gaming in P9. M Stone P10, Broken Reptile P11, 2-5 in P12, Roscoe in P13, Buster P14, Crazy Kiwi P15, Tent Sandals P16, Garrido there in P17, Apache Franks in P18 there, Maniac P19, and Jaco. URL Jaco is there, and we'll start the race last, if you do not mind.
Interesting to see a good surprise here, mate. 8 runners on the softs, 12 on the mediums, and the soft runners are spread right throughout this field from 4th place all the way to 20th with Jacko. He's probably trying to make up for a qualifying where he just simply didn't set a valid lap. But we're lining up on the grid now. The top 3 on the medium. Nat Hammer, watch for him on the start, mate. He's on that soft tyre. He could potentially come flying. The person who started 4th last night almost took the lead in Tier 3 on one of the starts. I can't really remember if it was a feature of the sprint, but they were on the same tyre run ahead of them. So, you know, it's a good grid slot apparently. Good grip. If you asked that driver, I can't remember who it was, but here we go.
Take it away, fella.
We haven't got any lights, so we've got lights now. We've got 3. We have lights in a grey Austria, and here we go for the sprint race. And we are underway. That's a blinding start from that Mercedes. I was telling you to watch him out. He's already up into 2nd place, and he's made it a 1-2 for Mercedes. And they shuffle right out of the back as they spread out and jostle for position as we come up the hill now for the first time of 18 laps. And it is 2x2 all up here. We've got a Red Bull and an AlphaTauri. That is Sando and White Chocolate into the back of the Alpines as they just check up there at turn 3. They approach very, very high speed, but it looked like everyone got through there without any major dramas. We've got a good start so far.
That's exactly right, mate. A great start for quite a lot of our drivers, and Buster here is a little bit further back. He's just made his way past a couple of drivers. Good start there from the lad. Unfortunately, for a couple of these guys up the front, Fury Strat went backwards. M Stone's got a position off the line, and look at Gurkonomo's going to get absolutely swallowed here. Is he? A little bit of wheel-to-wheel combat between him and Whitechock, and getting
so
interested in this is Little Sando, and Little Sando's going to have the inside line. Is he? I'm on board the back here of Gurkonomo. Sando runs him a little bit wide there. And Prince OK says, thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that as well. And Prince OK is going to get Sando into the hairpin. Lots happening there through the hairpin, but they're all pointing in the right direction, mate.
Mate, this is some between the two. The wing.
I've lost you.
Almost into the side of the Alpine, but keeping it clean again. These guys are racing very, very hard at the moment, Moose.
I've lost you. I cannot hear.
Have you got me?
No.
This is just fantastic this evening.
So while I can't hear Deezy once again, we've got a big train of cars here stretching all the way from Gurkonomo. Make that Fury Strat. And we've got someone around at the last part of the track.
Yeah, maniac, mate, maniac.
It's all the way from Fury Strat right down to URL Jacko. They are all in this big gaggling of cars. In fact, you can put that all the way down to Apache Franks. He's on the back of this as well. That is how close this Tier 2 competition is. For the lead, Dino versus Nat Hammer. And I think Dino got very interested there in Nat Hammer. And in fact, it's the other way around because Nat Hammer was the one that was in second. He's now leading this race. Position change a little bit further back. Not sure if there's anything doing. I'll go and have a quick whip to it. Roscoe Arm versus Buster here. Jacko getting nice and interested in it also. What can they do? They're going to go side by side here as we're going around the final couple of bends. That's very, very dangerous indeed between the two lads. Push each other both wide. Is it going to open the door for 2-5? Pardon me, I've choked on my own saliva. And Roscoe's going to have the inside line, but Jacko's got a great exit out of that hairpin. Out of turn 1, gets pushed onto the grass by Roscoe. And Jacko, is he still going to have that inside line? He's going to have a red hot look at it. Pushes Roscoe a little bit further wide for his troubles. They're touching wheels and they've really got their elbows out here, but they are well and truly within the confines of the rules currently. They're still going side by side here. Jacko, Roscoe Arm, they've traded more paint than than Mardi Gras. There's so much going on here between these two gentlemen. Lots of paint being traded. Look at how wide Jacko's around. It was always going to end badly between the two, and Jacko has gone to the place of Valtteri Bottas's lawn mowing, and he's around. And look at how hot those tyres are for the lad now.
Hey, I'm calling you on Messenger, mate. So I know you can't. Maybe we can hook it up that way. You won't have the delay if you enter that, and obviously you'll be able to hit on that, hopefully. But that was it was looking like a great battle, but yeah, as you said, it was poorly with the way they were just edging it across the racetrack. That's never going to work in the long term.
No, exactly right, mate. And as I picked that up, I've got you back in my ear. So, not sure what is going on with your wiring, mate. But I've got you for the time being back in my ear. If
that happens, we can again, hopefully, and that'll work. But yes, Dino back at the front of the train now. The Mercedes swapping positions again. Nat Hammer, he is on that softer compound now. Dino on the medium. And well, we won't be waiting too long until the pit stops start happening, mate. No,
that's exactly right, and the weather really isn't deteriorating either, fella. So I think that we might get away with a 100% dry race here. It is certainly looking like that is the case. But just have a look at this massive train of cars as Dino gets a little bit twitchy on the accelerator, and these two Mercs really have to
it's on the wall! Oh, it's so.
It is little Sando. He's in the wall. And I think he's lost a good portion of that front wing. I was just about to say... Gert's out! Gert Conomo's out!
Where is that? Oh, wow!
Oh, jeez!
Traction safety car!
Safety car.
So,
I am not
to
surprised
save little
with that.
Sando, the safety car comes out exactly when he needed it. And we are under yellow flag conditions, a full course caution.
We will see at least the soft runners come in here. I would expect just about everyone to come in.
You could do softs from here. It'll be a stretch, but you have a couple of safety car laps, which will obviously help you stretch them that little bit further.
This it could work wonders for someone like Jacko, who's still going to be at full racing speed. While catching up, he may
until
have
the
a
first
delta.
person catches the safety car, that is. Someone like Nat Hammer here, though, he's going to get really hampered because he's going to have to stack behind his teammate.
Yeah.
And he's going to be losing multiple positions because of that.
He's massively losing out here.
But everyone is in the pit lane, mate. So this is where being the first car really is important. Getting into the pit, Ando, you can't be doing that under safety car. And out of that, mate, Prince, Fury has emerged in the lead ahead of Prince, Scotty, and then fourth. Nat Hammer has dropped to 10th from 4 and 10 out of all that.
Yeah, that's it is disaster there for Mercedes.
Absolutely massive grin now that I see an Alpine.
I don't share that grin because the two McLarens are still.
Okay, he's having a good race. He's up a few positions.
Yeah, on reserve.
Just while we're under the safety car.
Whatever it is that you move, what do you move when you're changing cameras or whatever it is you're doing?
I'm moving nothing.
Because all I can hear is like you're moving around up against clothes or something. And then that's when I occasionally... I've got you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that for a couple of seconds and then I completely lose you. And again, I've lost you. I have completely lost you and cannot hear you.
It's extremely frustrating.
There we go. I got you. Are you still talking? Hello? Right, well I dare say that we need a new one or whatever those things are that Sando hasn't got. We'll have a quick look here at positional changes Big winners here currently. The Colt Hero, Apache Franks. Crazy Kiwi, he's also up 6, although he's carrying a penalty. A gaggling of drivers, 2, 3, 4 positions up. So we'll also have a look at the penalties as they stand. We have Crazy Kiwi with 3 seconds, Roscoe with 3 seconds, and Tent Sandals also with 3 seconds. And that is what's doing here while we're behind the safety car. I can only hear you through the stream, fella. I'm about 4 seconds delayed. It's not the same.
We'll just leave that open. So I know it's a bit annoying, but
well, there you go. Whatever we've done, whatever you've done there, I've got you back in my ear.
I've done nothing. The controller's flat on the desk. I have no idea. Anyway, safety car's in this lap, mate. Your call, because we don't know if you can hear me.
I can most definitely hear you at the moment, and look at the tyre warming.
I'm going to try and stay as still as possible right now.
Well, it's working at the moment, and mate, the sun has peeked through.
And here we
go. We are underway. Fury's gone. He's gone with Prince. And they've, well, no one's really been caught napping here, as they're all still within about 2/10 of each other.
Yeah, shuffling out a little bit further back, but a good restart. Side by side, Nat Hammer and Crazy Kiwi up at turn 1. Nat just pushes him wide and takes a position away from the McLaren, and that's going to put him into the clutches of the Colt Hero.
It certainly is, and the Colt Hero, is he going to launch one down the inside? Yes, he is.
That's a pretty good move.
It is a great move.
Just put him just wide on that exit curbing. Not off the track, just strategically onto the exit curbing, which compromised the exit. Well, that helped him keep the position. Here comes the Ferrari around the outside. Yeah,
Seb Vettel in his prime used to do the same thing. He'd just force you that little bit wide and force you to have a chat a little bit wider than you'd like. And take the position away from them.
Thank you for the tier 1 subs. 5 of them, the gifted subs. Absolute legend. I saw someone before with 35 bits as well, so thank you to you both. We appreciate it. And so do these lads getting the support out on the circuit.
Absolutely. Mr. Fury Strat, he started to pull away to the tune of about 2.5 on this lap alone.
He's got the softs versus the mediums for Prince. That's a pretty big difference. But the mediums will come back in the last couple of laps. So if Princey Boy can hang on to the DRS, he's only got one more lap to hold on. So worth spending a bit more of that ERS to try and hold on.
Yeah, exactly right. And he's absolutely button mashing that ERS at the moment. But Scotty in P3 in that Ferrari, he's very, very low on, a lot lower than the guys around him on ERS at the moment. And Dino 420 fam, before the safety car, was leading this race. And the safety car just absolutely chewed him up and spat him out.
Some very good racing here at the moment, Moosey. And here we go. So we're going to start the third lap after the restart. And DRS will be enabled now as the sun is well and truly shining through over the Styrian Mountains. And Prince OK is going to be the first man to be able to activate it post-safety car. And there he goes, opening the rear wing letterbox. And he's going to close in down this straight and up into the braking zone, arriving with a whole lot more speed than the Alfa Romeo in front. And he's going to get another bite of the cherry right now as we exit from turn 3.
He certainly is. And Mr. Fury Strat, he needed to stretch that gap very, very early after that safety car restart. And he just hasn't done it. And even with the tyre advantage, I think he might struggle here because there are 3 very, very powerful DRS zones at this Austrian circuit.
Oh, 3 wide. And El Jaco just slots through the middle of the AlphaTauri and the Haas. So I think VX Greta ran wide. And speaking of running wide, there goes Sando very wide there at 6. And into 7 now. And he's going to lose up another position to 10 Sandals. Has he got damage? He's pulling to the right. I think he might have damage again on his AlphaTauri. And into the pit lanes he comes. So he's not having a good sprint race. But maybe he can just try and reset the brain and composed himself ahead of the big dance.
Mate, a bit further up here, Scotty has been lined up by Dino. Dino is closing, but he's just not quite... Oh, jeez. He had to get out of it a little bit there, Dino.
Well, you were about to say he's not close enough, but I think that was pretty damn close.
He arrived on the scene very, very quickly indeed. And he definitely had to get out of it. But look at how close they are to Fury Strat now.
Here, Prince is in a beautiful position here, mate. He's got the medium tyres on, which they're gonna go the distance better than the softs. And, well, it's going to be very hard for Scotty behind to overtake him because he has DRS Prince. So, does he just sit here nicely? Obviously, he's going to monitor that gap. If the Ferrari is getting close down one of these DRS zones, French can't just sort of take it easy, let off the throttle and allow Fury to stay ahead. But he is in a privileged position at the moment. Position 1 and 2 is where you want to be right now. 3rd, 4th, 5th, anywhere back in the train, it's much harder to make those overtakes because the car in front has the DRS advantage as well.
Yeah, exactly right. And White Chalk has just set the fastest lap of this race on a medium compound tyre. So the medium proving to be a very, very handy race.
Greedo's around at turn 1.
Dino had a big look there at Scotty at the top of the hill at turn 3. Did not quite get the move done.
And Greedo turned it around at turn 1. I think he might have been involved with tent sandals there. So those two dropped to the back of the field. As Nat Hammer and Broken Reptile swapping position there at turn 4. Nat Hammer getting the job done. And he's going to set after Tyler, who has lost the DRS to the cars in front, mate. So this is where the train has been broken. The top 6 are broken away.
Yeah, they certainly have. And Mr. Fury Strat, he's sitting on about 30% ERS at the minute. So he's still got enough ERS to sort of defend from these guys. But the guys behind him have a lot more in that ERS deployment.
Yeah, does he want to defend? Do him and Prince sort of just keep swapping positions? Well, we're about to see Prince is on the button, mate, out of turn 1. And then quickly switches it off. And he's gaining very, very quickly. But he's not going to be able to make it any overtaking here too far back on this occasion. But honestly, he's in a privileged position. He's got a lot more ERS than Fury ahead.
Yeah.
He's got the DRS. He's managing the gap behind to a car that's got tyres that will be expiring quickly compared to his. He's just got to keep it on track right now and then sort of go for it in the last couple of laps. On the last lap, maybe, if he can get that job done with the ERS up at turn 3 and then sort of hold on towards turn 4 with that ERS advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit the nail on the head there, mate. And there's so many cars that are potentially battling at the moment, with the gap being less than half a second.
Yeah, there's just 2 distinct DRS trains, one headed by Fury, one headed by Tyler.
Yeah. And so much
eyes
more
on the
pace.
front, mate.
Yeah, exactly right. Prince OK with so much more pace than Fury Strat, it appears. And look at him. Here's the move. Is it coming? DRS, ERS. He launches it, takes the inside line, runs Fury a little bit wide. They're going to go too wide down the hill. Prince OK is going to have the DRS advantage.
No, he doesn't. Neither of them have it. They must have been side by side at the detection point.
I don't know how that works.
If you, it's right in the heart of the braking zone. It's about 25 meters from the apex. So, they were side by side there. So there's a good chance they were basically level pegging, and we saw that a couple times last night, so not sure quite how it is. And there's a crash further back as Roscoe out, and Jacko involved. These two have already come together, and they've come together again.
Jeez, Prince OK, we have a full safety car. Wow, that is a late safety car. That is a late safety car. Late. How does that work?
Now, Fury's going to get out ahead of this safety car as well, mate.
Yes,
he goes past the line there, and Bert's just coming out of the pit lane now. So
this is going to finish behind the safety car.
I highly suspect that we're going to come around. We're going to have 1 lap of safety car, and we're going to have 1 lap of running, and that throws all sorts of spanners in the works for Prince, because all of that ERS advantage he had. That DRS advantage he had, it's gone now, because everyone's going to go back to 100%. There's going to be no DRS.
Tyler's just dropped from, I think, 6th or 7th to 13th as he's made a pit stop.
I don't know what he's thinking there. The race ends in 2 laps.
We're going to finish behind Burt Mylander here.
Oh, well, are we? Or are we going to get 1 lap of racing, mate? And if it's going to be 1 lap of racing, I suspect it's going to be 1 highly aggressive lap of racing from these 18 cars.
Well, just looking at the track map, I cannot see us getting racing again.
It won't wait for everyone. It'll go in at the end of the next lap. It won't wait for everyone to gather up. Oh, well, that's what I'm thinking it'll do. But we'll wait and find out. But it is Fury Strat ahead of Prince OK and Scotty currently on the podium. And the top 9 run without penalties. So if anyone's close to a penalty, they've got to be careful not to pick one up because it's going to throw them back so many positions with 1 lap of racing or potentially not even a lap of racing.
Yeah.
Here we go. We've picked up the safety car now. And, well, I've got the sneaking feeling it's going to be 1 lap. So, lads, keep your tyres warm and get ready for 1 sprint. It's going to be Abu Dhabi 2021.
Yeah.
1 lap. 1 glory lap. It's like 1-shot qualifying, but 1 lap racing. Who can pull out the stops?
Surely we do not get racing.
Oh, we're getting racing, mate. We are getting... it is a motor race.
No, Michael, no.
That was so not right. Toto? Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh.
So Bert's taking them around for a sector and gone, yeah, no, I'm coming back in. And we're going to get a lap of racing. So when did Fury go? He went pretty late last time.
Incredibly lazy from Burt Mylander.
Well, it was unfortunate that we didn't get him to pick the cars up initially. But, oh well. Moose, it's all in your hands, mate. Call the final lap of the race.
Yeah, thanks.
No pressure.
No, not at all.
The cameras are staying at the front, mate. They're not moving.
These are the moments I live for. Oh, Maniac's picked himself up a penalty of 3 seconds. That's, in a scenario like this, it's absolutely
he's gone.
Unforgivable.
He's got him.
Oh, Prince has had a massive twitch out of that final corner, and Scotty's going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Who's latest on the brakes? He's got the inside line, pushes him a little bit wide. No DRS is the big headline here. They're going to have the good old-fashioned drag race up the hill. Scotty, Prince OK. Who's going to come second in this race? Fury.
3 wide!
Dino! Where did Dino come from?
Dino's just pushed the Alpine out of the way.
He's just come from the exclusion zone at Chernobyl to say, I want a podium. And he's going to have a look here at P2, is he? Scotty just covers him off. This has allowed Fury Strat out front to absolutely skip away. Dino is all over.
Stone just pushed him wide.
Prince OK has well and truly fallen back. And
Apache spun it!
It is all happening. Apache has caved, unfortunately, under the pressure. Fury Strat will take the sprint race win. Scotty P2, Dino with an absolute launch from nowhere takes P3. M Stone moves up. Nat Hammer moves up. So I'm not sure if there was a penalty involved there.
I think it might have been on the line, maybe.
Quite possibly, but big points in this sprint race for Mercedes is the big headline.
Yeah, wow.
What just happened?
What did I say? I said it was going to be an aggressive final lap, and, well, I don't think some drivers are going to be happy. I think there's going to be some stewards reports because Dino just absolutely launched up the middle and pushed cars wide. And, well, it's been pretty clear the standards of racing we expect. But we've got the race winner here, mate. Fury, welcome in. What a performance.
Let's go. I'm going to get out and get that next lobby started so you two can do this.